133.
Yeah, Pierson's wrestling a ranked foe. That means it would be a big win for him. But Micah Roes is tough. A guy I wrestled in college, and just a scrappy dude, and doesn't care who he's wrestling. He's going to come out there and try to put points on the scoreboard and get a win on the scoreboard. But Pierson, up until yesterday, wrestling the number 2 guy in the country, was on a hot streak, man. He was looking really good, and as a senior captain, I think a lot of guys look to him to kind of set the tone here as a lighter guy, and set the tone for the rest of the match.
Got a stalemate here early. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first. Both guys working from a little bit more distance than the previous match.
Yep, as you see, nice double leg right there from Roes. That's gonna be 3. But yeah, looking for that's a nice shot from space right there. You can see that Micah Roes right there was comfortable wrestling from space. Pearson's gonna try to stay in bounds here and escape and get his 1, but it's gonna be out of bounds. Minute left, minute down here in this first period. Roes up 3-0. It's a quick shot from Roes there. Nice blast double, and Pierson up to his feet again. We'll see if he can escape and get his 1, as he does.
Just really powerful, too. Like, it's hard to believe that at 133, he's coming in with so much force.
Right, and I think right here is a hugely important part of the match, right? If you're Micah Roes, you're up 3-1, riding time not a factor. If you're Pierson, you're down, you score a takedown, you're winning this, you're up in this match. So we'll see if either guy with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this first period can capitalize. It would be huge one way or the other if either guy can get a takedown here.
Yeah, Roes working the 2-on-1, pushing Pierson towards the edge of the mat. Goes for the double again, gets the high crotch to go out of bounds.
Pierson really likes to work from that underhook, almost knee pick action. Roes doing a good job there in that Russian tie. But you've seen these Binghamton guys, they've gone to that lefty Russian a couple of times, and it just helps you get an angle. Right? You see these guys wrestling so square. That Russian tie, it just gets you a little bit closer to that leg and forces your opponent to circle up and creates a little bit of momentum for you as the offensive guy to try to go get a shot. But Pierson doing a good job defending. He's looking to get some offense of his own with 50 seconds left in this first period. Both guys really low. See Micah down on his knee, and Pierson wrestling, level changing, digging that underhook now. Got that righty underhook with that collar tie. We'll see if he can capitalize on it.
Yeah, Pierson's put himself in great position. He just hasn't really been able to secure a shot.
Yeah. He's definitely controlling the center here so far here in this, late into this first period. 20 seconds left. We're on the edge. It's going to be out of bounds. 18 seconds left in this first.
Short time.
See if either guy can score here. As you see Roes taking a shot, looking for something, and Pierson rolling through. Short time, nothing there. Almost had that little roll through there from the front headlock. Nice double leg takedown there from Micah Roes, but Pierson able to get the escape and make it into a 3-1 match here. Going into the second period as Pierson gets his choice. He's going to go down. Start the second.
Pierson working from bottom. No breakdown from Roes. It's always a win. Got to his feet. Got that wrist control and gets away.
Yep, really good job by Pierson, just staying composed, not worrying about anything else but getting to his feet. Did a really good job there and just getting himself back in this match, right? 3-2, riding time not a factor. Again, he could have, Roes, that would have been a big match turn for him, maybe racking up the riding time point, but Pierson just staying stingy and not preventing, not allowing him to get to get that mat return.
Yeah, and Pierson's going to need a takedown here, but Roes really isn't working that hard towards anything. He's kind of content to sit back, relax, stall a little bit, and I don't know. I think that opens a window for Pierson.
So far, Pierson, it seems like
1
he's been
minute.
controlling the center, but, that quick double leg is the separator so far in this match. But Pierson continued to dig that underhook. Again, not double leg from space.
Pierson's down. Maybe an eye poke on the takedown.
Looked like that down block. He's going to probably have to go get checked out for a concussion protocol here. Double leg. It looks like he just got caught on his nose maybe or something, or that forehead. Hopefully he's okay, but it's part of the sport is just down blocking with your head. And sometimes you get caught in a little bit of a precarious position. Hopefully he's all right here.
Yeah, the collision, not from that far away. Like, there's short distance, but a lot of force.
Yep, powerful blast double there from Roes. Pierson, again, that's exactly what you want to do if you're him, is down block. But sometimes it gets caught, and you get kind of a knock to the head there. But he's up to his feet. He's going to have to get this concussion protocol done quickly here, and we'll see what happens. But again, tight match so far. It's 3-2. We'll see if those points are awarded that Roes potentially could have gotten if the injury time didn't happen. But concussion protocol here. We'll see if Pierson's able to finish this match. But really tight one here so far.
Yeah, he's really hung in there, too, against
You
Roes.
see, right, that collision right off that shot was what looks like it did it for him. We'll see. I don't know when they're going to call that injury time, whether it was before the takedown was awarded or not. But I think that's what the referees are taking a look at right now to see.
Yeah, either way, you would think, like, the collision definitely had an impact there.
Right, you see him go down and he stops defending where, in any other scenario, you would think that he would be able to keep wrestling through. And it's unfortunate, right? I mean, again, you never want to see an injury affect the flow of wrestling, but these things happen, and it's not going to be an easy call in terms of whether these points are awarded or not. So we'll see what the referees eventually wind up doing, but nothing's really going to matter unless Pierson's able to finish this match. So hopefully he's able to do so and passes this concussion protocol, but we'll see what winds up being called by the trainers and staff. I'm better looking at Sean Pierson right now.
Yeah, when you're going through that protocol, what tests are they looking for, like kind of in the medical tent right now?
I was blessed to never have to go through a concussion protocol, but I would think that they're looking for, his eyes, right, looking to make sure that he's kind of still there. And there's a lot of, things that you're looking for in terms of whether you can identify a concussion as a concussion. Part of it being, does he know where he is? Does he know, what day it is? Little things like that, what his name is. They go down a list of items, kind of their checklist of what they do. And these guys are professionals. They've done this, I'm sure countless times, unfortunately, I guess, but, that they're very good at their jobs, and they'll make sure that if he's able to wrestle, that he's fully prepared to wrestle. And as you see the Ivy League standings right now, Cornell wrestling Penn today to see who wins the Ivy League championship. Princeton taking that loss to Cornell as their first one in the Ivy League yesterday. And then you see Harvard, Columbia, and Brown at the bottom of the mix right there. But tough teams. Again, all these guys have, several guys ranked in the country, and guys looking to go on and All-American and have a chance of winning a national championship. So we'll see if the Ivy League can get, multiple national champs again this year, like we did last year. But I think, again, we talked about this, the reason why they're able to transition into an Ivy League conference championship as opposed to being in the IWA is just because of the high level of wrestling that the Ivy League demands at this point. And I think it's just going to keep getting better and better and better, and provides athletes, student athletes, with the ability to go get an Ivy League degree and compete in the sport that they've dedicated so much to. And I think people are starting to understand the value and the impact that an Ivy League degree can have on, your future and the future of the sport altogether.
Yeah, definitely. And assuming that Cornell kind of comes off that strong performance against Princeton and follows up with it against Penn, that means Cornell would likely be the champions. But then that second place is determined in the duel between Princeton and Penn coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. At that point, I think it's more so of a function of, hey, can we get a read on these guys for the EIWA tournament, right? I mean, if you're not first, you're last in that sense, right? You don't get a ring, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But at the same time, exactly, it's a rivalry. Both teams are going to want to get that win, and I think every matchup is going to be a major one going into conference championships, which, again, we talked about this, right? Like, that's what gets you a spot in the national championships. But also, if you're at a weight class where maybe you have 4 allocations and you're the 5th guy, you easily can get pulled up as an at-large bid to go, and compete there as well. And a lot of guys looking for that opportunity to go to there for the first time. Some young guys in this Princeton lineup, and some guys that maybe have to deal with injuries, looking for that opportunity to go and compete in Kansas City this year.
Definitely. Should be a great venue. And, Princeton graduated some phenomenal seniors last year. Monday, Stefanik, you. What do you think they're doing right now to rebuild in the room, Patrick?
Yeah, I think it's really good to have hungry young guys to come out and, they don't have a lot of accolades yet, but they have something to prove, right? And I think that's what Dubuque kind of likes to do, is have a chip on his shoulder, make these guys feel like other people are doubting them, right? Princeton was never the big program, right? We're kind of just the guys that are coming back, and Pierson unable to pass concussion protocol, so he's going to unfortunately give up the 6 points, but hopefully he's okay and can figure out a way to get back for the remainder of the season. But that's unfortunate to see, as one of your senior captains not able to finish his match here for the Tigers.
Yeah, and Pierson's just kind of had like an injury-ridden season. He had some issues with his finger and his wrist starting out early, and hopefully he can just finish strong.